सर हो गया है सर।
ठीक है. Good evening, everyone. So, I welcome you all to this third live session of this our course on science communication, research productivity, and data analytics using open source software. So, in this live session, we have like a couple of questions which you all have shared with us in the form which we have requested you to share the questions. And other than that, if you have still any questions, you can ask us in the YouTube chat where we will be happy to answer all those queries. So in this live session, we have all the faculties who have taught during this course, and this is like a last live session, so it will be like whatever the doubt you have regarding any of the topic, we will be discussing here. So what I will do, I'll discuss initially with some of the part which you have shared on those mail, and then I'll ask each of the faculty related to their questions. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can just share on the chat. Okay. So some of the common questions have been posted in the discussion forums are related to change of centers. So now this is not possible, and this is centrally like planned. At this moment, there is no such request can be made. So whatever the request is there, so it's up to you how you reach to the center, and it's not in our hand. Another thing is that some of the weeks, due to some like planning the questions, there might be some doubts were there, some issues were there. So all those questions we have dropped for the assessment, and that will be reflected when your will be final scores of those assignment will be given. Okay, so say for example, week 10 has some questions which has been discarded. Week 11 has one question which have been discarded. So all those things. So the total assessment score will be on those 9 questions which have been considered as correct for this thing. Okay. Then some of the learners have asked about this particular question. It's very common. It has been asked that they have installed the package in R but couldn't see that either BiblioShiny function or any other function. So I'll just share my screen and I'll show you that what is the possible error. I shared this in discussion forum also, but I shared here also again. So what exactly the thing is there that whenever you have installed any of the package in R or any other thing, like you need to call it. Okay, so if, for example, uh, I already have installed this bibliometrics package, particularly for like if you are using for BiblioShiny, and if you like, I call it that BiblioShiny function, it will not display. Okay, the function will not be shown here because I haven't called that library. So to call that, like to use that particular function, you need to first call that library. Okay, so if I do like this. Oh, oh, the spelling mistake. Okay. So as soon as you see like these many errors are coming, and the possible error was not because of the spelling mistake of the package name, but it was because of the function name. Okay. So I missed that R. So you see that this we have mentioned like quite multiple times that whenever you see any of the functions error or any of the issue, you will see that those errors are straightforward. They will guide you that this was the particular error. So here, what was the error? That library was not the right function I was using. There was spelling mistake in the library. Okay. So if I run it like this, Now if I do like this, so if you see here now BiblioShiny option is there. Okay, so this was like whenever, like each time you are you opening the RStudio interface, you must call this particular library or any other library you want to use. Okay, so say for example, like we have discussed in a case study about like this string count. Okay, so unless you call that library, that for this particular function we have to use this number of authors count in that particular paper. Okay, so we have discussed. So for that, we have to first call this library. This is called, and now if I do like this, and you can easily see that there are like this function is there. Okay, and as soon as you see here that it also display that what this function belong means, what this package is to which this function belongs. Okay, so that's you need to know whenever you are like using any package in R. Okay. Another thing has been commonly asked about that many learners, they don't have the access of Scopus or maybe Web of Science, or they don't want to use Google Scholar and all those things. So we have another search databases where you can extract the data, which is like you can access freely, which is called as OpenLX. So some of the learners have been asked in the discussion forum that some demo about that particular platform and how exactly you can extract that data from that platform. So in just like a few minutes, I'll just show you that example. So this is like the interface of OpenLX. It's like you can download all that data. So its URL is openlx.org. So if you simply type it down even in Google, you can find it out there. And now say, for example, you want to search the publication data related to, maybe say, for example, we want to see related to sentiment analysis. Okay. So as soon as you write sentiment analysis, it will display like these are some of the topic, and these many results are indexed in OpenLX. Okay. So OpenLX, this whole database is also growing. So at present, 37,000 results are there, and you can extract these results either in the spreadsheet or maybe the Web of Science format. So whatever the format you want, so it will start export. Here like it will take some time to complete this export, and once this export is done, you can start downloading it and do the analysis what the way we have discussed about either Scopus and Web of Science. Okay, the only thing you have to what you need to take care of is that whenever we discussed about either the Scopus data or Web of Science data, they have the different column name. Okay, so this was the particularly I was discussed when we were doing the Bradford analysis. Okay, so in Bradford analysis, when we were using the function from the bibliometrics package, the column name for that particular case was SO. But whenever we extract the data from Scopus, the column name is source.title. Okay, so this is the little things you need to take care of whenever you are doing analysis with different data. Okay, so once will be exported, you can download it. So I just cancel it down for the time being. So in this interface, like you can just create your account, and it's free. And then after creating the account, you can save this query also. Okay, whatever the things you have done here. Okay, so for example, I want to limit to this up to article only. Okay, and this interface is like it display that under these 30,000 results, how many documents are in the open access and how many are not in open access. Okay, then you can filter it down by based on institution, like these are the institution. So if you want to filter it down the results based on like the feature what you have seen in other bibliographic databases. So there's the same kind of feature you can see here. Like this is the, if you, I can show you my account. So this was the query. I have saved it at 4 p.m. and for that the results are like this to 27,93,000. Okay. So now if I export these results, it will automatically display that maximum 100K at a time. Okay. So we need to select. So this is the limitation. Okay, this is the limitation you might have seen in Scopus also, Web of Science also. So these are the kind of limitation, but we can solve these limitation by like either if we want to have this much data of for this particular like string, we can go by in part way. Okay, so we can have first part, two part, and then second part, and then the third part. Okay, so this is based on like what task you are doing on, what analysis you are doing in, you can do that. Okay, another thing is that about in OpenLX, you can search with the name also. Like say, for example, I want to search with Nabi Hassan. And if I search here Nabi Hassan, it will show us that there are 26 documents are there related to this author. And then you can filter it down like maybe you want to see only those documents which are authored by Nabi Hassan working at IIT Delhi. So I can just limit this. Now, by this, if you can see here, there are like different publications are there, and then you can export these results. Okay. So you can export this result. Done, because there are only 8 results are there. So if you click here, download it. So this file is downloaded, and so if you see here, this is my data, and you see display name. Okay. So what this display name is, this display name is title. So in Scopus, we used to have title. So that's the only thing you need to take care of whenever you are doing the analysis with OpenLX. So whatever the name of the column in Scopus is title, the same column it is called in OpenLX is display name. Okay. Then these are the publication date. So where we have only date. Then we have this primary location display name. So that was what we have like in Web of Science we have SO, and in Web of Science in Scopus we have this source title. So here the column name is primary location display name. So we have already shared the whole code for doing the analysis. Only thing is what you have to do, instead of like when we used to call df case dollar and then SO was our column name. Here you have to like you put the dollar and it will automatically display primary location display name. If you use the same column name what you have used for Scopus, then it will show error, because that this particular data which we have extracted from OpenLX doesn't have the column which was already existed in Scopus. Okay, so only the difference in the naming convention, rest you will see that data is there. Okay, then what else? Then the location type is journal. So it's basically a source type. So it's a journal. Then, so what exactly the cited by? So it's a API of this. So OpenLX provides API also, so that you can connect your data with the API. Okay. So this is about an OpenLX which you can like explore it for your analysis. It's freely available. You can extract the data, and also like you can search it down by similar way like whatever we have searched in Scopus by attaching to the multiple queries. So we have used Boolean operators for like doing like searching the documents based on maybe if we are going with sentiment analysis, so sentiment analysis and in India or and the open access. Okay, so this type of query we have already used in those databases. Then again, like what I say about this particular interface, this particular database is like it's quite growing. So some of the results may not be like that readily available, but you can get in another databases. But it's quite good as a to start learning about this particular area. Okay, so I'll just share this link in the discussion forum, and if you use this particular platform and you extract the data and still you face any of the problems and issue, you please let us know in the discussion forum. We'll be happy to resolve those things in the discussion forum. So these were some of the questions which were generally discussed or asked in the discussion forum. And apart from this, some of the questions have been like shared with us before this session. So now I will request each of the faculty to take those questions, and they will resolve your whatever doubts you have. Okay. So one of the question have been asked by the learners is that just a second, yeah. So the question is to Vanita madam, and it asks that madam, in abstract and indexing citation database, you have explained elaborately about Scopus, but when I registered in Scopus, it has displayed only the names of the journal. Search for coffee productivity, climate change, advanced search option is not given. Should we pay for accessing articles in Scopus? How much is the membership fee for an institution mail? So Vanita madam, can you respond to this query?
Scopus has to be subscribed by institution, not by the individual himself or herself. Moreover, the price for subscription varies from institution to institution, and it depends upon the number of user. And so I can't disclose the price, but at what price we are subscribing the Scopus, but it totally depends upon the institution. So your institution has to subscribe the Scopus if you want to use it.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope it has resolved the learner's query. Now we have the second question to Neeraj sir, and the question is that please explain H-index in simple language with more example. I think we have discussed a lot about H-index, but sir, if you can add something more about. Sir, you are not audible, sir. Please unmute.
So actually in last meeting also we discussed a lot about this H-index, and a lot of material is already available in the form of PPT which we have shared. So if you see H-index, H-index is the best known and most widely used matrix, and H-index was proposed by J.E. Hirsch in 2005, as I've already discussed there. And you can say it is an index to basically quantify an individual's scientific research output, and it measures quantity and somehow the quality both when you talk about the author's paper, right? You can also measure the quality and sustainability of scientific output you can say up to some extent. As far as this definition of H-index is concerned, it's very simple. A scholar with an index of H has published H papers, each of which has been cited in other papers at least H times. So this is the definition which is given by J.E. Hirsch in 2005. And you can say one simple example is suppose one author has published some, let's say 200 papers, right? And those 200 papers received overall 1623 or 1600 citations. Suppose his H-index is 20. What it means? It means his 20 papers out of 200 papers, his 20 papers has more than 20 or more than 20 citations. So calculation is very simple, right? You let's say see another example. Suppose any author has published total 8 papers, but out of 8 papers, his 6th paper has received 6 or more than 6 citations, so his H-index is 6. So calculation is simple, and you can find H-index from various sources, and it's completely depending on the source, what kind of how many papers are indexed in that, how many journals are indexed in that, and what is the time span of that particular resource, like Web of Science, Scopus, or Google Scholar. If you search the H-index of an individual author, then you will get different kind of H-index from different sources. If you search Web of Science, you will get different because the time span of coverage is different, or number of journals which are indexed in that is different. So you will get different kind of H-index from different sources, from Web of Science, Scopus, or Google Scholar. So the simple way to calculate the H-index is just tabulate, just use the table and just write down let's say you have published 200 papers. So just in one column, you write down 1 to 200, and another column you just write down in descending order, write down the total number of citations which you have received for individual paper. Now, whenever both the things, number and the total number of citations are matched, that would be the H-index of an individual author. So it's simple calculation. And H-index, the Scopus, Web of Science, or Google Scholar, they are automatically giving you the H-index, the author's H-index, or if you search the institution's H-index, they are giving you the complete detail of H-index of individual or the institution or some other things. So I think this is about the H-index. I hope you will get the answer of your question, right?
Yeah, we have like in previous live session, we have also discussed that, and I think you just go through our content which we have shared on like the PDF also, and then the content shared by Neeraj sir in the lecture. So you will get the more idea about what exactly H-index is, and I recommend that you calculate some examples. You calculate this H-index with some examples, then you will get a more idea about this particular thing. Okay. So other than this, we have like couple of questions related to course. So some of the learners have asked that if we miss the exam this semester, so will it be like will we get the opportunity to in like next semester? So for this, as of now, we don't have any answers. Nabi sir, can you respond to this question? Will they get chance to like enroll for again like another?
They get chance to enroll again in the same course.
Yes, yes, sir. Because this
I
time they
think
will miss the exam because of some. They want to change the center, but it's not possible. Center change.
I think Sandeep ji, are you there? I think they can appear another time as well in the exam, because if they have completed the assignments and all the formalities, I think in the RP there was a provision to reappear in the exam against the same fee. Sandeep ji, are you there?
I think he's not there, but we'll respond to on there only. But as of now, we don't have any information that whether you can like if you miss the exam on that particular date, you can appear it for this semester. Okay,
I
because
think there should be a provision, but we will get back with the like correct answer after checking it with the NPTEL team. So I
okay,
think we'll share it in the forum. So that should not be a problem.
okay. And some of the questions are related to, yeah, we have like we are already uploading the PDFs of what are the things we have discussed in the lectures. Then this is done. We have answered this. Class presentation we are already giving. Some like one of the learner have asked that will they get the access from Scopus or Web of Science from IIT? So Navi sir, will you respond to this?
So, Bejaji, I think this question belongs to you, ERD. I also have answer, but I want him to respond to that answer. Like it is for walk-in user.
What is the question, Mohit? Access of
They want to
Scopus and
access
Web of
Scopus and
Science
Web
from
of Science
IIT.
from IIT Delhi.
Yeah, we are happy to extend the access for any research and educational purpose for a time being, for the short duration of time, depending upon the requirement. So you are most welcome. Just let us know what's the purpose for the access and how much time would you take to get it.
Okay, sir. I'll just move it to more questions. Sir, there is another question is related this. Sir, whether any this E index is applicable to assess the research productivity? E index.
Mohit, to whom are you asking the question? What's the question is?
The question is that is there E index used for assessing the research productivity anywhere?
E index.
I think Nabi sir will respond.
So the answer is yes. I mean, there is a way of doing this. It can be used. This is also one of the index like your H index, G index, or M index. This is also one of the index.
So you can use E index also for mapping the
Yeah.
research.
This is also a bibliometric index of research efficiency. We can like check the research efficiency using this type of index.
So these were the questions which have already shared. And Vijay, do we have any questions in YouTube?
So I think there is one observation with reference to me as well, like
Okay.
not a question, but the suggestion is to implement one session on using plagiarism detection software and the Mendeley Zotero reference management tool also. The next one is last week's session, so please implement it. So the answer is this is a good and welcome suggestion. However, due to course limitations in hours of videos, we could not include everything. Videos and PPTs of the sessions on plagiarism and Mendeley Zotero are available as per the our last offered ARPIT course, and I'm sharing the links to the videos and PPTs covering all these aspects, including plagiarism, Mendeley, and Zotero as well. So I'm pasting the answers in the chat box and also on the YouTube channel as well. Will that be okay, Dr. Mohit?
Yes, sir. It will be okay.
So the answer has been pasted in the chat box.
Yeah, sir. This was a question. Sorry, I missed it.
Session is live as well, so I can respond here as well.
Do we have any questions on YouTube chat, sir? If you can see, if you have opened the YouTube chat.
No, there is no live question.
Okay. So shall we answer?
So I pasted this in chat as well. At least it will be available for reference to whom, like who has asked this question. Yes, Dr. Mohit, I think if we do not have anything further to discuss, we can thank all the learners who have joined this course and like who have asked all the interesting questions. And in fact, our sessions were very comprehensive. Our resource persons worked really very hard. Thank you for joining. And I hope you will be appearing in the exam as well. Wish you all the best. And see if there are like further options as well to reappear in the exam, because generally an option is given at a later stage as well. But we cannot say this with surety because we have yet not received any communication.
So thank you all once again, and I just want to say that wish you all the best for the exam, and just give the preparation of all the assignments. So some of the part like it will be from your lectures only. So go through the content very carefully and see all the assignments, and wish you all the best for the exams in the final exams. Okay. So thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.